the dry cleaners, I don't have enough money to get them out again. It's like you're in jail waiting on me to spring them. I gotta go in every so often and go, well, could I just see the pants? You ever put your clothes in the car to take them to the dry cleaners and then you forget, so you don't? You just drive them around a while and bring them back in the house? And I'll wear them again, like they weren't dirty, they were bored. It was active wear, just had to get out, that's all. You know, like giving up modeling wasn't easy for me. I'm not much on the old-fashioned thing. It's too much for me. I always put clothes on. I used to have these roommates, no matter what I was wearing, they'd look at me and go, you're wearing that? And they put this face on, like what I'm wearing is actually giving them physical pain. I always go, this? No, I'm not wearing this. Nope, I was just taking this out to the trash. Figured I'd just wear it for convenience. You know how helpful that can be. Hey, you know, after we finish up here, I'm going to have to hail a cab, and I don't imagine you can do that in this area. I know. So whenever I'm out of town or I get a cab at the airport, you know, you climb into a cab and tell them where you want to go, and they always say the same thing. They always go, how did you want to get there? I was like, well, first of all, I had so hoped that you would take me. And second of all, I'd like to go the most direct route possible, and I think that goes without saying. What do you mean, how did I want to get there? It's like, geez, I got a lot of extra money I'd like to get rid of. Could you spiral in? Is that possible? Maybe we could stop off your house, listen to some tapes or something? And then they have the audacity to have those. Could happen to anybody. No one was going to mention that there was a guy behind me that I possibly could have been thumped over the head right there. Butt cleavage. Okay, I'm kidding. Now I probably will be thumped over the head. You can't be a roadie without butt cleavage. It's part of life, and you know that. Damn it, you people admit it. All these people are leaning right on the liquor connection. I didn't realize that was hard to make contact with. The liquor connection band. Where? No. Is that from? Who are you waving to? You guys, who are you waving to? They don't even know we're talking to them. Who are you waving to? Who? Tom? Sam? What kind of a name is that? It's his name? Hey, Sam! They want to wave at you. They're right here near the liquor connection van. Because apparently it's hard to make a good contact in this neighborhood for liquor. You actually gotta have a liquor connection. I had to quit drinking entirely because the last time I got drunk, I ended up in a dumpster insisting I could live there. I know now that that was wrong. Let me ask you this, has anybody here ever put the vacuum on your cat's face? No, because they will not always come when they are called. And so I think that if you can use that suction, it works as kind of a unique teaching device for the kitty. It's like, here, kitty, 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 shoo! Good kitty. And then you can stretch his little face out and make it into a dog. It's probably a good thing I don't have kids. Yeah, because they'll fill that bag up right away. These guys look like news guys, are they? Are you guys news guys? What are you reporting on here today? Liquor connection? We busted the whole thing wide open. You know how we caught them? Got the sign right on the van. I think that's how a lot of the criminals on Batman used to get caught, is that they wore their names on their outfits. Who the hell's going to be dressed up like the Riddler? Didn't he have a green leotard with question marks on it? Yes, that's him, officer. No, I'm pretty sure. Wait a minute, are those exclamation points? No, that's not him. Guy with a little suit and commas on it. I don't know. No, you know what I had? I had the ribs. Oh, right there. I had the barbecue ribs. Very tasty.
Hey!
It's good to come here and eat. There was not really good food in Tennessee. There's not a whole lot going on in Tennessee. My favorite food in the whole world are not roast beef, cheesesteak subs. And not the Philadelphia kind either, the Massachusetts kind are the best. Anybody here from the East Coast that knows what a good sub is? You know what's a weird thing is outside of Massachusetts, I mean, I swear, a person who could make them there could take the same ingredients, step over the state line, and couldn't create the product. In fact, there used to be in the Sunset, there used to be a store called Boston Style Subs. And I went there and it was not remotely like a Boston Style sub. But the guy didn't know because he wasn't in the state anymore and he flipped out. I one time made the mistake of ordering a roast beef sub in Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh, of course, the place where the people from Mayberry go when they want to cut loose. I ordered a roast beef sub. I said to the guy, he said, "Do you want everything on it?" I said, "No onions." I'm eating the sub. I taste a really awful taste. I take the lid off. There are black olives on my roast beef sub. No, well, that's what at first I was pissed. And then I realized, he did ask me, did I want everything on it? I had no idea I had to list every hideous, disgusting, wretched food that belongs nowhere near a roast beef sub. It's like, no grapefruit, no coconut. If you use Necco wafers, not the black ones.
That's a California pizza.
Look at this, they're doing some emergency drilling. You mean that thing could have fallen over at any minute? I think maybe I would have been collecting a little workman's comp. Did you guys know that there was a safety hazard happening right there? They got onto it so quickly. That could be, and I'm so clumsy, boy, I could have been killed by a thing like that. The other day I was nearly killed by cinnamon. It's a true story. I was making some cinnamon toast, and I inadvertently, listen carefully, boys, inadvertently inhaled some cinnamon. Don't do it. I sneezed so goddamn hard, I hit my head on the counter and fell to the ground. I go, great, I'm going to be killed by cinnamon. What a shitty eulogy that would make. She loved spices. I am very clumsy. Just bang around at that anytime. Don't worry about me. See that injury there? You know what that is? Pop-Tart accident. Honest to God. I was toasting in the oven, and they got toasting instructions right on the side of the box. I felt I could freelance. I was doing them in the top rack of the oven, and I went to turn it over. And you know that orange thing? Do you know why that's orange? It's really hot. You have to be so careful, don't you? I don't know. It's not my area. Health is not my area. I can't blow dry my hair because I can't hold my hands over my head that long without fainting. This is a combination drill and duck call. Part of the foul part of me, kind of sort of a weird moment. That's not how I meant it. Oh, nothing. You guys, let's get out of here. Let's all go to a 7-Eleven, all of us all at once. Just act like it's a complete coincidence. Different drummer. My drummer's spastic and has no sense of timing. Did something just explode inside the liquor connection? What are those guys looking at over there? What are you guys looking at over there?
He jumped.
They won't tell us. What is it?
He jumped.
Beer? Oh, for Christ's sakes. Damn it, you kids, we can't have nice things. It's in my blood. I'm sorry? Oh, it went from beer to champagne, now that it's on the ground and no one can tell. Some tie-dye, there's a different look today. If I brought my kids here, I wouldn't dress them in tie-dye because I'd never find them again. Probably there are tons of Haight-Ashbury families that trade children each year accidentally, don't even realize. That could happen. Tie-dye, there's a different look. It looks great. You know what? It looks really terrific. Like I got any right to talk. Like I'm some guy with a headband on, completely outrageous look. I think we should have a playoff between the tie-dyes and the headbands. I bet your headbands would kick some ass because their brains are held in better. Wait a minute, tie-dye guy back. How you doing? Where'd you go?
Off in the car to get some beer for people.
You went to the car to get some beer to replace it for the unfortunates over there that had a little beer spillage?
I was hoping they'd bring champagne over for all of us.
I can't drink it all. One night I had to quit entirely. I climbed up a tree outside my apartment and no one could get me down. Where's your tie-dye? Out of here. Look at this kid. Remember you'd be on vacation with your family in the car and you want to buy those glasses so badly? How you doing? Nice glasses. Nice shit. Who was on there? Are those ducks on there? See how good I am with kids? Do you see the love coming right over the top of the dad's head? That love is coming directly at me. Are those ducks on your glasses? Are they? What is your dad saying? You're not giving him the answers, are you? Someday, buddy, he's going to be 18, he's going asked, are you going to be there for him on the duck question? No, you are not. What did you say? Oh, he gives you the answers? I didn't even realize. Well, that's why you carry him right up there near your brain. It's kind of a ventriloquist thing. People ask him a question, a little kid answers without moving his lips. Is that what happened? You were talking to me, but you weren't moving your lips. Look, he's got a little plaid shirt on. He's all ready to take to the woods. How old are you? How old is he? He's 3? Well, we got a job for him. If you're 3, then you probably already worked a pretty hard day today, didn't you? Well, does your dad realize you're in the Haight and he should have bought you tie-dyed sunglasses? Tell your dad you need a tie-dyed t-shirt. In fact, where's the tie-dyed t-shirt? I don't think I would make a good parent. I think me and the children would fight over toys. Hey, Hank, how you doing? I would like to be a mother, actually. It's kind of an offer. Yeah. What? I have no idea what you're saying right now. Do I have a whittle? Do I have a whittle? Okay, now I think I'm understanding the pronunciation of what you're saying, but I don't know what that word means, I guess would be my problem.
Whittle.
I'm not that bright. I looked up more than... Wait a minute, another guy with a headband. How you doing?
Very good.
I'm sorry? I have a tie-dye t-shirt, I just don't have it on at this moment. In fact, you know what? My whole body is tie-dyed underneath this. I was actually raised. Sort of a scary thing, isn't it? I wonder if you could tie-dye your kid. You could just like put little rubber bands on his little legs, because you know how kids got those pudgy little legs? Where did our kid go? Damn it, what happened? Where'd he go?
God, he's in the bathroom!
He's not in the bathroom. He wasn't in line. I don't want him cutting in. He didn't. Well, anyways, wait, I'm supposed to introduce somebody else, I think, but I can't remember who. E pluribus unum? What are they? A band? E pluribus unum? To me, that means cash. I love cash. All right, you guys, I think this is them coming up here now. E pluribus unum. Please welcome them. I don't think so, little buddy. It's getting up there.
Take off your head!
I can't tell time anymore because I was working in Texas a couple weeks ago. You work in Texas, you ask somebody what time it is, they go, late.
Late?
Apparently that's all they got there. You know, you go to work, your boss goes, you're late, and you go, well, hell, I left early. I don't know how the hell that happened. Got these boots in Texas. You know what's really strange is I never even wanted cowboy boots till I went to Texas. It's a scary state, I'm telling you. We flew over the state line. I developed an unnatural boot need. I went into a store that normally I would hate. It had big heads of animals up on the wall. Usually I would hate that. This time I was like, let's shoot them again. And then the boots that I got, the pot snakeskin and pot calfskin, so I hurt as many animals as I possibly could to get the footwear. And then I said, do you have anything in kittens at all? Maybe just like a slipper with like a head right here. Just which is not like me, which is my point. These people are really into it. These guys are particularly jamming right now. I feel so good about them in that whole area. Let's just call this the area of free love. It's just a thought, certainly no pressure. Now we're into the music setting up section. These guys, I'm told, they're going to be playing ancient instruments. That's what they said, ancient instruments. And of course, Sonia Henny Powder Puff right here as well. Does that help? Does that have something to do with playing? That? No, you just have that, so I see. Just so that you don't have to sign any of those petitions as you walk down the street. Just go, can't, my hands are powder puff. There's a lot of petitions this year. I've been noticing there's a lot of junk we're stopping. I'm feeling pretty good about it myself. I was telling you, I was just in Tennessee, which is, of course, the place where, do you remember? The fundamentalists were taking books off shelves because they didn't want people reading books that suggested life before Bible stories. Book burning in modern times? Did we learn nothing from Footloose? I tried to talk to them about it. They were pretty closed-mouthed. They're very Bible thumpers over there, and I happen to be a devout atheist. I don't believe in God at all. I still go to church. I'm not a heathen. I go to an atheist church. We have crippled guys who stand up and testify that they were crippled, and they still are. It's the only church in the world where 100 bottles of beer on the wall is a hymn. Just something to think about. I think whatever anybody believes in is absolutely terrific so long as you're not bothering anybody else. But I hate it when people are like in your face with it. You know, as you drive out of the airport in Eugene, Oregon, there's a big billboard there that says the wages of sin are death. I guess that's their way of saying welcome to town. I would imagine actually that the wages of sin are death, but by the time they take taxes out, it's just kind of a tired feeling, really. Well, do you remember those people that were very concerned because they said, like I think a lot of your Bible thumpers give themselves problems that simply didn't exist to begin with. They're creating unnatural tension. They said that young kids were going to heavy metal concerts and devil worshiping. This is truly the geekiest thing I ever heard of. You know, if they think they're devil worshiping, let them. Unless someone bursts into flames, I don't see a big problem. They go, no, they go like this, and it's a sign to the devil. Well, what exactly does it mean? Like, hi, devil? Remember when this was Little Rabbit Foo-Foo? I think at very worst, they might be a big rowdy band of Rabbit Foo-Foo worshippers. This could be the Foo-Foo section. Ow! Ow!
Go, Paula, go.
This guy with a camera and a macrame camera strap. He's from the Haight. They don't use macrame for camera straps in most areas. It's good to have that kind of camera, though, a fancy kind for a vacation of any sort. You know, Polaroid's sort of a waste of time on vacation. It's good to have the kind of where you take the film to the place and get it back a couple weeks later, you have something to look back on. You know, with a Polaroid, 60 seconds later, there's not a whole hell of a lot to reflect on. You show it to people, they go, yeah, that just happened, get away. Seems like just seconds ago, doesn't it? And the other thing is at a party, you know how you beat a party and then a couple weeks later people bring you a photo and they go, you know, and they show it to you and it's you at the party and you're like, geez, I was fucked up, huh? Somebody brings you a Polaroid photo at the party and you're just like, I gotta go home. According to this photo, I've been here 15 minutes too long. Me, I'm not such a big partier myself. I live alone. I used to live with a couple, but they asked me to move out, and they said that I got in the way. I guess because a lot of times they'd be in bed making love, and I'd be standing beside the bed saying, you guys want to do something? I do everything I want. I eat out alone, which is so embarrassing. You go into restaurants, they go, party of one? Kind of a cruel thing to say, I think. I feel like I should have on one of them hats and a noisemaker. Yeah, party of one. I wasn't even invited, I'm just crashing this party. You might want to call the cops, I'm going to be making some noise later. Somebody over here with an A's hat? Have you been a fan for a long time or just now that they're doing well? For a long time? Sure. Well, I don't care about professional sport. I mean, I love to play basketball, for example, because it's fun and it's a thing to do and it's a good time. But I don't care about, like, professional teams. You know, like I live in LA, the Lakers, these are not my friends. I don't know them. The people paid a whole ton of money to play for a city they're not even from, for the most part. I think if they want to make professional sports exciting, what they should do is recruit the players the way they get people for jury duty. So you just go out to your mailbox one day and it's like, I gotta play. To me, that would be exciting. But not a budge out of the free love section. These guys are really going to start to dance once the music plays. You know, if the building flips right now, we're not in a building. If the earth rotates quickly, they'll be the only ones left standing. It's a certain safety device that they're using for themselves. This woman bought a special protective feather somewhere. You didn't get ripped off, ma'am. Where did you buy that feather? She doesn't know I'm talking to her. Where did you buy that feather?
Over there.
Over there at the feather outlet? Was Big Bird the salesperson? Thank you very much. Sorry, I was kidding. I know you tense up on the Sesame Street stuff. I was just staying in Chicago, not last week, but the week before. Stayed in a hotel with the slowest elevator I've ever been in my life at the Claridge Hotel. I don't even think it was mechanically operated. I think there were just old people underneath pushing it. Because when it went past the floors, you wouldn't hear like a click-click sound. You just hear, you got it? Yeah, I got it. It's just a theory. I was in downtown Dayton, Ohio. I walked by the Otis Elevator building. It's one floor. Apparently they know something we don't know. Now, how is this setting up coming, you guys?
Like messages
Coming?
I've heard.
These guys used to be a marching band. It's a sharp crowd, and they're going to be with us throughout the afternoon. Are you ready? Oh, sorry. Geez, tense up or what? It's like you're in the bathroom line or something. Because the people in the bathroom line are particularly tense. Let's just check in with them. How's that coming, you guys? You people waiting in the front line, excuse me while I have a long, tall sip of beverage. You know, just 2 days ago I was whitewater rafting on a river of flowing water, rushing quickly over rocks. You know, it's funny, you come to an event like this and you really do ration your beverage intake because you go, there are 2 porta toilets and I don't want to have to go in there again. I don't care how thirsty I get. How do you tune a drum? Let's just check in. You have this very, of course, very primitive wrench. How you doing? Hook that right up there, feel free. I have no mechanical abilities whatsoever. Hey, you guys, what is it? To make a payphone call here, it's 20 cents, isn't it? Don't you just wish they would make it a quarter? They know they're getting that extra 5 cents. They know nobody has 2 dimes. And the phone company, the phone machine can't make change. Isn't that odd? A Pepsi machine can make change, but the phone company just doesn't have the technology yet. Oh, they're working on it night and day. They got spies going over to Pepsi all the time. It's just another theory. Give me a moment while I sit down. I've actually become my dad. I can't stand up that long. I got huge fat thighs and a huge butt, and I know that because my neighbors have complained. They say their kids wake up at night crying about it. Mommy, we saw that girl again today. Anybody here ever had that naked dream?
Oh yeah. You do?
Okay, well then I don't either. It's kind of freaky. It feels like a dream happening right behind me right now. Sure. Thank you very much. Wouldn't it be great if you could sleep and have these guys playing behind you so that your dreams did have soundtracks? That would be a comfort. You know that naked dream where you'll be like out to dinner with friends or something and you drop your napkin and look down and realize, oh, for Christ's sakes, I am completely naked. And no one has said anything? And in the dream I always panic and do something brilliant like take the bus home. Because somehow you forget for a second that you're naked. I'll be on the bus and see like a donut place go, geez, I could do with a good donut about now. You know, I'll be in the donut place. Yeah, like a jelly filled or honey glazed. I don't believe it. It's especially weird for me because I've never been completely naked in real life ever. I guess that's kind of a weird fact to tell you people, but I don't know. I just feel we're getting to that kickback, weird music part of the day. Does anybody else hear that? It's very supernatural. It's very scary. You could really freak someone out with that. What if you were a criminal and you just had these guys come as your backup band? You know, late at night when you think you hear a noise and then like the criminal's creaking through your house and then these guys just start playing? Because I'm so afraid of crime. One night I was in my house all by myself and all the lights went out. I freaked out. I go, there's a guy in the basement, he flipped the switch, he's coming up to kill me, that's all there is to it. Then I looked out the window and saw the whole neighborhood was out, and I was kind of relieved because I thought, maybe he'll start at the end of the block. I like that music behind that joke, very much. Alright, you guys. Now you seem to be ready, are you? This man is playing a stick with strings on it.
Yeah!
That's incredible. You know, some of the old style musicians make the silly mistake of getting that big guitar part, which is so unnecessary. We can have just a stick with strings on it. It's called a stick, is it? This is going to be very nice. This will give us that heaven-like feeling. All right, you guys, are you ready? He says I didn't introduce myself yet.
What's your name?
I just bought a t-shirt just like that, the Where Wild Things Are one. Those are great. Very nice. Did you see? And also they got green eggs and ham one, which is one of my favorites. And some kids eating some health food right over here. Plenty of riboflavin and a thing like that. I admire that, because you know what that is? That's sugar, just whipped up. And a lot of people would have like chocolate cake or something, but what they want is the sugar, and at the same time they're getting flour, baking soda, foods they don't even need. This is a very honest meal, what you're having right there. I want you to go just have a thing of salt right after this. I eat salt myself because it helps me to retain water and bloat up, and I like that look. Not everyone can wear it. All right, I'm going now because it's hard for me to ignore the fact that there are angels playing instruments right behind me. Yes? Uh-oh.
Let me just put it out.
The man's going to just put out a note of not such levity.
When you were commenting on my kid's glasses,
Uh-oh.
lovely.
Don't tell me your kid lost his glasses.
No, where's the bag?
What?
The wallet, they brought the glasses, went back in the bag, and sometimes just about that time,
Somebody stole your wallet?
they get I don't know if anybody saw anybody.
Look at this kid put his hands over his ears. He doesn't even want to think about crime.
Take the money and give back the wallet.
Oh, okay. If anybody finds this guy's wallet that happens to have been in their hand right after they took it out of his bag. And by the way, your average criminal will cop to this kind of shit right away. Because you know what happens a lot of times is they don't realize when their hand is in your bag that it wasn't theirs. A lot of criminals are just very confused. Many of them have been looking for parking spaces and making too many lefts. People don't realize. Well, I hope that you do find it. I feel bad now.
Leave our help.
They have their health, and you still got the kid on your head. I was so concerned. Foolish me, I buy a hat. Okay, what's the name of the band? Hey guys, the name of this band is Haight. Please welcome them.